It may have been Judge Torres' ruling that XRP is not a security that changed cryptocurrency history, but what happened today may have been almost as important. In this video, I will dissect several recent court victories that directly relate to the Ripple SEC case. This is one of my main concerns regarding Judge Torres' decision, which ended up being a huge driving force behind the XRP token. In this video, I also want to discuss a huge victory that I believe will go unnoticed. At the end of the video, I have something really exciting to share with you, but before I do, please pay close attention to this, as it is crucial to the future success of XRP. The SEC case eliminated institutional volume on the XRP ledger. These are my initial metrics, guys. Having personally witnessed this, I feel compelled to share my thoughts. I want to discuss the specific events that occurred here and why I believe they will resurface significantly. Be sure to stay put. You guys won't want to miss this, as you'll see when you watch the entire video. Again, I really appreciate your support. I want to thank everyone for this channel. Who spends time liking these kinds of videos? To become a channel subscriber, I found 2 simple steps to be quite helpful. I sincerely hope that you all find the content valuable. Let's begin by discussing this significant victory. We recently entered the courts. This is only a significant victory for XRP and the cryptocurrency industry. Both Judge Torres and the Binance ruling agree that XRP is not a security. This is crucial right now because, as you have already heard, one of the main problems we encountered following Judge Torres' decision to find that XRP is not a security in and of itself was that, well, people were basically stating that Judge Torres got it incorrect. All the various anti-RPPL XRP attorneys were pointing out that this was only one ruling court when they went out on X, not going to accept this Terra Luna case ruling. They've already elected a new president, and Judge Torres' decision was virtually overturned by another court. Gentlemen, this is precisely what we are witnessing. The exact opposite is occurring: fear. Given the Luna case's resolution, the incorrect decision no longer holds legal precedent. About XRP and Ripple, what is the outcome? This is going to be viewed as a huge win in solidifying Judge Torres' ruling and ensuring that the precedent she created in the Ripple SEC case, where XRP wasn't a security, is passed down from court to court. I want to share Bill Morgan's thoughts on this because I think he did an excellent job breaking it down in a very simple and easy to understand way. Binance actions actually support the ruling in the Ripple SEC case. All the lawyers frantically argued that this ruling would never hold up. In the SEC v. Binance verdict, Judge Amy Jackson stated that she considered the elements of a summary judgment ruling. She also pointed out that the token's nature clarified and strengthened Judge Torres' argument in the Torres SEC versus Ripple case, which focused on the third prong of the expectation of profits derived from others. Judge Rakoff's alternative reasoning in the Torres SEC versus Ripple case, which implied a lack of full understanding of the SEC's persuasive value, stood in stark contrast to this. Guys, this is really amazing. The decision has never looked better. First of all, the judge in the Binance case goes above and beyond to state that the largest victory to date is that Judge Torres got it right when she said that XRP is not a security in and of itself. I've made numerous attempts to highlight this on my channel. Sometimes, it really doesn't matter how Ripple sells XRP, because there will always be a way to sell XRP legally without it being considered a security. Software developer Ripple is a corporation that continuously innovates and modifies its offerings. They can easily understand the decision. Judge Torres asserted that the issue was security-related and advised them to immediately cease this practice. One benefit of being a quick-thinking fintech company is that you can make changes all the time. Because of the novelty and innovation of your products, they can circumvent any potential legal infractions related to securities as long as XRP is not a security. They can also be quick to adjust and adapt as needed to ensure compliance if XRP becomes a security. They could never circumvent this. This is why, very early on, I was saying, this case is over, we already won. The SEC is not going to be able to go back and change this because, as you remember, Jeremy Hogan said it was dicta. As soon as Judge Torres ruled that XRP was not a security in and of itself. Judge Torres stated in the lawsuit that XRP is not a security, and now we have another judge who concurs, which is a huge, crucial victory. There is additional evidence indicating that XRP alone will never be considered a security, and the courts are actively monitoring this situation. They are currently giving their consent if another court makes a different decision. Now that 2 courts have ruled that XRP and all these other digital assets are not securities, they will likely argue that the SEC must be wrong on this point and that the other major court her confirmation that there is a distinction between institutional and programmatic sales now constitutes a victory. If your memory serves you correctly, you might think that while programmatic sales are not securities, institutional sales are. Whoa! Is this anything bad? Not at all. This is the subject I was previously discussing. How can Ripple restructure its products to comply with security regulations? Previously, Ripple sold their ODL product through institutional sales. However, now that they know that programming sales are compliant with the SEC, they can switch to those sales. This allows Ripple to structure their products in a way that wasn't possible before, and it can decide which sales to avoid and which ones to pursue. This is an enormous victory. It is impossible to overstate how much of a victory it was when Judge Torres decided that XRP was not a security and that Ripple may continue to offer the product. This is even more significant because it means other judges agree, strengthening our influence over other courts. Gentlemen, when I woke up and realized I had another video, I was ecstatic. I had scheduled it for today, but I promptly abandoned it. We absolutely need to discuss this, and I hope this clarifies how important it is. Also, I think this is sort of amusing, so I'll include it. CoinDesk recently published an article stating that, because of a recent class action lawsuit, XRP appears to be a security expert. Only this post is verified. I am unable to provide you with an explanation. Not only was this post fact-checked, but it is shameful that a journalistic organization is doing this. While some argue the post's falsity, today's decision demonstrates that no XRP is exempt from security calls. Indeed, judges are now asserting that XRP is unlikely to achieve significant success in the future. I can't emphasize enough, folks. In this video, I'd like to briefly talk about institutional volume on the XRP ledger. This post caught my attention when I saw it earlier today. This chart illustrates the institutional volume of XRP over time. As you can see, from 2013 to 2018, we experienced enormous volumes of XRP that were only possible for the biggest institutions on the planet. As soon as the Ripple SEC case got underway, this institutional volume appeared. Ripple had a duty to inform their partners that the SEC was investigating all of these institutions and that they were likely to withdraw this product in the future. We must leave, but perhaps we could experiment on a private chain instead. Why are these institutions so hyper-conservative when the SEC is looking into Ripple, according to the public chain? XRP will also argue that they won't keep working with them throughout the investigation because they don't want to discover we worked with an illegal securities firm. Guys, what you're witnessing is evidence that as soon as the Ripple occurred, all institutions began using the public ledger. The SEC case inquiry, which started in 2020, initiated the case, but it wasn't until 2017 or 2018 that the institutional volume vanished. Take a look at the disparity between the institutional and retail volumes in this case. We saw a retail frenzy in 2021, but it was nothing compared to the volume that institutions are posting on the XRP ledger. As soon as this legal dispute is resolved, I am confident that institutional volume will return, and it will do so in an enormously significant way, given that these institutions were already experimenting with Ripple and XRP. Even the significance of this technology's imminent arrival is becoming increasingly clear to us. Recognize the reasons behind these institutions' 2013 to 2018 experiments, acknowledge the significance of this technology, and remain mindful of it. I can assure you that these institutions have been closely monitoring this case, eagerly anticipating the opportunity to utilize this groundbreaking technology and relaunch their products. I think it's quite likely. For this reason, Ripple initiated the private ledger. Ripple needed a platform to conduct experiments and generate revenue. There was no consequence to the token on the side chain for these institutions because they were part of an environment where the native digital asset could spin up a side chain and wasn't the subject of an SEC inquiry. Institutions could conduct experiments without accessing the public ledger and still obtain all the necessary information. Guys, after the SEC lawsuit is over, step it up. I am confident that this will be evident once the SEC lawsuit concludes. Volume in institutions ramps back up. The organizations will assert that they have recognized the potential of this technology, have been collaborating with you to develop products on the back end, and that you have consistently made accurate legal decisions. The SEC was smoked by you. I have practically viewed every direct message you have ever sent to your business throughout its existence, and nothing has been hidden. Ripple has not committed any fraud or concealed anything. The SEC essentially approved Ripple. The company has gained the trust of all its partners, who likely found Ripple to be the most compliant company in the cryptocurrency space, thereby severely undermining the SEC's influence. Ripple has final clearance to operate its products in the US, and all judges agree on the token. Additionally, we now know that these large institutions were posting enormous volume numbers on the XRP ledger before the investigation, which ultimately came back to haunt them. I don't believe they have completely abandoned XRP, nor have they made any significant changes to their approach. Given their perspective on this asset, I am confident that they are poised to make a substantial recovery. In any case, that is about to happen. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I really hope you liked this update. If so, please remember to like and subscribe, as they truly do mean a lot.